of Painters Tubes magazine. It's a review of the last year, that's the last 12 months of our magazine, from September 2024 to October 2025. It's a review of the artists that we featured, and it's only for subscribers in print. We will be publishing it online at the end of November for our online readers. So very quickly I'll run through this. We start off with pages 2 and 3, which just gives an introduction, and it starts with the first issue obviously, and then it goes in a chronological order through to page issue number 2, issue number 3, etc, etc, etc. So here we have Dave Coulter, who's a friend and a very good artist that I know well. I featured David a few times in our magazine. And then there's Colin, another really good painter, which I'm sure you're all aware of. He exhibits in Manchester, as does David. Actually, David's main gallery is in Brightmore, which is Cheshire Art Gallery, which we know well. And Colin has exhibited in Contemporary 6. This was a special job that we did on Russell Howarth. We did a full feature on him, and this was actually an article written by Marion Arnberg. And she took the photographs as well as incredible guy, sadly no longer with us, but really amazing and well worth reading again, actually. Okay, that's some more of Russell's. Issue number 3, one of my favourite painters at the moment in time, Andrew Smith. Visited him in his studio, as you can see down here, in Wales, North Wales. Really good painter. I mean, really good painter, and I really hope that both of us can exhibit together next year, working on that with a synopsis on an idea for an exhibition called Double Vision. And now we'll move on to the next page. I'll just move up like here. You can do this online, by the way. It's very easy to negotiate, and you can go straight to your favourite painters or pages or whatever. You can do that on all our magazines. Issue 4, this was a special issue again, which was featured a Greek artist that I came to find out about through a friend of mine in Athens. The guy who owns these paintings came over to see me on Eggener Island, where my studio is, and we went through his paintings, and he asked me if I could help him to try to bring this forgotten painter back into the forefront again, which I do believe we have done. Issue 5, again another great painter, Bruce. I've known Bruce Lyon's paintings for quite a while now. He's exhibited a couple of times here and there. I think the last time was in Macclesfield, an artist gallery, which you may know, but a really good painter, really good. This is David Brightmore on the right hand side. David's another great painter in Wales. He was, along with Andrew and a few other painters I know, part of the unfortunate academy that went down the tubes there. The next page, we've got Kate Collins, another favourite. Kate's actually well involved with the Manchester Art Academy, and she recently surprised everybody by doing some abstract work, and I was delighted with it. I thought it was great. I've known Kate a long time. I've actually worked with her, and we actually wrote a book together and did all sorts of stuff. A very good painter, well known in Manchester. I think she's also been at the Manchester annual thing that they do in Manchester with Masa Gallery, Masa Gallery in Altrincham. Arwyn Quick is another nice painter he's generally known for these high tonal value paintings, but he also ventures into these very graphic abstract images, which I think are some of his best work personally. Next page, Martin, still life painter in my view, really detailed, very meticulous, very nice painter, and I think he's now very popular. I've featured him a couple of times. And number 6, we had Sarah Rosberg, again another painter in London that I interviewed at our studio. I just don't know what to say about Sarah, apart from the fact she's a fantastic artist, she's an amazing talent, very dedicated. Originally from Germany, she's been in London a long time, like decades, and she's exhibited from America right the way through Europe and London, and she's even exhibited in Manchester many years ago. Who we got here? David Evans, another great painter. Lives up in Congleton Way. He does these sensational drawings, and he does some beautiful paintings. I actually own one of his paintings. Really excellent painter, and I think he was a teacher at one time, but he's really a nice guy. Very great sense of humour, and a very nice social guy to go out with, despite his extreme sort of political views. Judy Buxton. Judy's kind of a bit of a landscape legend, and she's a really, really great painter as well. I mean, everybody we do are great painters. I keep saying great painters, don't I? But they are all great. This was an issue number 8 that we did just on selfies, which is kind of a bit tongue-in-cheek, but we had some fun with that one. It was really good. Here we have Steve Stringer, Catherine Corfield, Pamala Wakefield, and Moksanda Perkin, which contributed, besides the 30 historical portrait artists that we featured. Issue 9, here we have Colin Davidson. I went to see Colin Davidson's retro show in Dublin, and we had a good natter in his studio. Again, I don't know what to say. I mean, look at this work that he did of reflections in windows. I mean, it's just, I mean, these are big, you know. I mean, they're not small paintings, these. I mean, really, really good, and a fantastic view over Dublin area. I mean, just blew you away, actually. Yet another painter of amazing work, Brian Rutenberg. He has his own thing on YouTube. You should just put Brian Rutenberg studio visits. It's well worth just looking at them. I don't know what number he's up to now. I think last time I looked it was about 97. But these paintings are really super, I think. Issue number 10. There's Dave Tico. David is, I say, he's an immensely super professional artist, because he is. His main selling lines are all in Europe and Canada. He actually, his studio's in Vancouver, and he does a lot of urban type work, but he also does some figurative work as well, which is really nice. There's myself slinging some work in. You can't really talk about your own work, but this is some that I was up to a year or so ago. I'm still working on these abstracts, which I hope may develop further. There's Shahin on issue 11. Shahin's been featured in Painter's Tube since issue number 3 of 2016, and another painter that I really do. I just love her work, to be honest. It's just really nice. There's my old friend Alan Clement Evans. He's an art collector, he's a painter, he's a writer, he does all sorts. I mean, Alan is really a mover and very experienced, and many people know that he has his studio in Lanzarote, lucky chap, where he paints in the winter time and he comes back out to England for the summer. This is Jo York. Jo, again, is another painter I've known for a very long time, and she just does some super work, really super, and sort of like landscape abstract type, really. Where are we? Oh yeah, that's issue number 12. We did a whole thing on Cobra. Big story, that one. You can still get that online, I think. There's a lot to that, because there's a further development from Cobra. And at the time I was doing this, I went to see Ian Mood, who I know well. I haven't visited him for 7 years, which is amazing, really, when you think about it. This was his old studio above a gallery in not far from Stoke-on-Trent, but this was his new work that he exhibited down in Cornwall, which I thought was really great. I think he's doing a lot of moving around at the moment and doing some good stuff. This is Alan Offord. He's part of the Electric Studios in Congleton, and I really, really like Alan. I think his work should be well known and spread wide and far, because it's really, really good stuff. And this is our assistant editor and contributor, Heidi. Heidi started working with us a few years ago, and she actually came over to Studio 5 in Sweden, and we spent some time, and we were going to get a lot more involved, and she was going to get a lot more involved with Painters Tube's platforms, including the gallery. But for reasons best known to herself, she decided to go in for a master's degree at Manchester University, and that kind of put a brake on everything. And, she's still doing work for us and stuff, and I'm sure she'll do more in the 2026, I hope. Okay, this was the Masa Art Gallery in Altrincham in Cheshire. Relatively new. They just started getting a few more other names in. Dave Coulter's exhibited there. Kate Collins has exhibited there, and slowly, I think this is going to be it's a very nice gallery. I've visited personally, and it's a really nice gallery in Altrincham, right on the Downs there, and it's in a good position and in a good demographic area. Cheshire Art Gallery, I mentioned before. I don't know how many of you know Cheshire Art Gallery, but probably one of the more professional galleries in the UK, certainly the northern part of the UK anyway, and the proprietors there really do a good job at selling their stable of artists, and that's worth a visit when they've got some work on. Andrew Hunt is one of the new artists there, and I'm told he's very, very popular. He does these, you probably can't see it here, but he does these really charming and humorous paintings of local folk in pubs and stuff. This is another advert for Painters Tube's Gallery. This is the Engelholm Gallery. And we're really hoping, this is starting to gain traction in the art world. The artists that are featured are always in the magazine, and next year we're changing Tubes a little bit, mainly because of my personal requirements. I need to spend more time in my studio, and the monthly issues, which are like 60 or 50 pages, it's too quick, too soon. I'd like to dedicate more time to featuring painters and get to know them even better than I already do. So we decided to go quarterly. So instead of every month, we're going to produce 4 every year at varying times, but regular. So that's only 4 a year. And that's only for subscribers on the printed magazine, which is around 15 quid a quarter. It's nothing really, is it, for a decent magazine? And also the gallery, which is free. So if you're interested, just drop us a line at Painters Tubes. You can find forms on painterstubes.com. You can see the free galleries on Painters Tubes Gallery. We also have a new web space now on konsverk.se, which is our Nordic galleries, which we're going to do a few more Nordic painters from Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Finland, and maybe Holland. And that's it for today. And I'll put this up online on our YouTube channel, and you can have a little look at it. And don't forget to go to our social medias on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and all the usual places, and join in the fun. Okay, speak to you later.